you want to be successful? Nope, this isn't one of those videos. In fact, I want to challenge people's idea of success. To some, success is climbing at the top of the corporate ladder. To others, success is being number one in their field, or having the Benjamins roll in while sipping piña colada on the beach. Basically, success is the ultimate goal, the favorable or desirable outcome of any undertaking. Successful marriage, successful business, successful career, successful kids. Everyone wants to be successful. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's a good thing. But here's the question. If it's such a good thing, why are people not doing enough to achieve it? Some are still stuck in the same mediocre job that they hate because it pays the bills. Some are still in the same toxic relationship. A lot of businesses still fail within the first 3 years, with a huge percentage of business starters just giving up. If success is so aspirational, why are people not pursuing it? Here's my theory. Success is an intimidating goal. People want to climb the corporate ladder, but the steps leading there involve a lot of daunting responsibilities. People want to be number one in their field, but as soon as they see who they're competing against, they run to the opposite direction, at best settling for where they are. People want to have a life where money is no longer something that they have to think about, but when they see the time, effort, and resources that it takes to get there, they just give up. We look at success as level 100, but when we're at level 0, it seems like such a long way ahead. So we give up before we even start. I'm Kia Abrera. I'm a video and creative strategist who help people hit their business goals by using creativity as capital. And success is not my goal. After almost 15 years in the creative industry working with different people, different business entities, small to large, and after 6 years of working on my own business and growing it with my husband, from a partnership to a 6-figure corporation, I started to view success not as an ultimate goal, but a series of starting points. Let me explain. Before my husband and I started our company BraveWorks, we were working for an advertising company. The easiest thing to do was to stay put and accept whatever was given to us. Maybe we'll get a raise. Maybe we'll get a promotion. Maybe the company grows and we get a shared piece of that company's success. Maybe at the very least, we get to say that we were part of a company that made it. We realized that we were stuck in our comfort zone, like moths flying around fire that kept growing. The longer we stayed, the closer we got to its flames. It was only a matter of time before the flame that once provided warmth and comfort burns off our wings if we stay in the same spot. What if there was something better for us out there? What if we find a light source that made us happier, sustain the life that we wanted, and help everyone else find their way too without burning us out? Could such a light source exist? That's when we decided to muster the courage to fly away from our comfort zone. We flew right into the gap between the comfort of our old light and the hope of a better one. The further you are away from the light of your comfort zone, the darker things get. You will bump into walls, fly into ceilings, and fall into traps. A lot of times, it won't be clear where exactly the step forward is. And bravery for us meant that we had to take a lot of small steps, sometimes forward, sometimes backward. Far ahead lies only a faint flicker of your North Star. On some days, it will hide behind storm clouds or flicker behind changing atmospheres. On some days, you will simply be too tired to look too far ahead. In those moments, being brave meant taking the next steps that's within reach. We started growing our portfolio. We started talking to more and more clients. We let ourselves bump and stumble into different kinds of creative work. Bravery meant allowing ourselves to sometimes lose sleep for projects that could turn out to be stressfully unrewarding. That meant trying to partner with people who sometimes turn out to have clashing goals and objectives. That meant taking a chance on something that might lead us back to square one. It meant accepting the possibility of detours in search for our North Star, which changed many times over the course of our journey. When we resigned, I considered it a success. It was a starting point that led to a new challenge, the challenge of sustainability. We were now out of a job, but we knew we had the skills to do something ourselves. The next mission? To start our own business. But starting our own business was daunting in itself, even if we knew what we wanted to do based on our core strength and skills. So we thought of the next doable step, to register our business name. Then it was to look through the things that we did for free and upload in a platform that allowed us to market our work within our network. The next doable step was to look for our first paying client, deliver, and then do it again until we build some solid credentials. Then we thought bigger and looked at what our next doable steps are. We got closer than we ever did to our North Star because we took small leaps of courage and faith. We flew from flame to flame, and through each light we came across, we became better and better at finding our way to our true north. Long story short, 6 years later, we're at 6 figures, working with huge clients, earning 5 figures a project. And it was a long, arduous journey to get here. And this arduous journey is something that people forget when reaching for the stars. The point of his story is that we didn't view success as the ultimate goal. We viewed success as a series of starting points, overcoming the next big hurdle by looking at the next doable step. Doing this helped us focus on the task at hand, and when we finished them, we counted them as successes in themselves. And then we keep on. We moved forward with new learnings from our experiences, enabling us to unlock new perspectives as we dove into solving the next big hurdle. You might be asking, but Kia, what's the point of this series of starting points if you don't have a clear vision of where you want to go ultimately? Meaning, if success is not the goal, what's the goal? For us, it was significance. How do we serve in the best possible way? How do we create impact? How do you find your North Star? Purpose doesn't reveal itself right away. Along with the pieces of success that you get in your path to significance, you begin to learn more about the world. Everything that you learn, experience, and do along the way contributes to your perspective, and as your horizons broaden, you also gain a deeper understanding of how things work. This is why I don't believe that the universe owes you anything. It doesn't give you something when you ask for it, because everything you need is already there. Think of it this way. When you're inside a dark room, you won't be able to see anything. When you're given a flashlight, you begin to see some things. When you have a bigger flashlight, you get to see bigger parts of the room. And when you see the switch and turn on the light, you get to see everything. But when the light was off, it doesn't mean that there was nothing in the room. It means that you weren't equipped yet to see what was inside. And as your knowledge and experience increases, you're able to illuminate on certain pieces of the world, using what you've seen to navigate what's been there all along. And as your light shines brighter and bigger, you can see opportunities better. And with clearer vision, you're able to reveal your purpose along the way. You discover it in your pursuit to significance. Don't look to change the world, innovate a cause, solve world hunger right away. Start with solving what's in the way of your pursuit to significance. Instead of being financially free and rich so I can solve world hunger, how do you get out of debt first? Instead of, I want to own an empire that employs people from home, how do you start this side hustle first? Instead of, I want my children to be the most successful people in their field, how do you get more hours at home so you can nurture your children more often? Instead of, I want to become the CEO of this company, how can you contribute to the company in your managerial position? Don't look at success as an audacious goal. Look at success as a point where you solve the next big hurdle by executing the next doable step. Then the next, then the next. Remember, just because you can see the second floor doesn't mean you can jump to it. You still have to take the stairs, one step at a time. Gain the sustainable knowledge, experience, and habits necessary to achieve significance and create impact through gradual progression, not instant gratification. And as you understand yourself and the world better, your purpose will reveal itself in due course. You will be successful, that is, full of success. And when you look back, you will have seen the series of starting points that led you to discovering the switch. And as you shine, your light illuminates possibilities for others. That is the start of significance. So, where do you want to start?